Hi, welcome to Web Design Video. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found at this URL. Note that this is case sensitive. It is loaded here. Okay. Alright, so we stopped somewhere here. We finished the first clipping mask. Now we are going to put in the images to make it look like this. Obviously, these are direct links, right? Images. So these links will actually go to what we state in the site structure document. Let me open up document again. So these are direct links. So adult goes to adult, youth goes to youth, children goes to children, so on and so forth. All right. So let's do the adult first. All right. So our design prototype in Photoshop is in here. All right. Index.psd and is loaded here. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. So we did our clipping mask. The next task is to put the image on top of the clipping mask and then apply clipping mask. So make sure the clipping mask layer is selected. And then let me zoom out a little bit because our image is going to be big, and do a file open. Our image obviously is in CTEM Web Design 2024, Church 14. All right, Church 14 photo images collection. We are going to use this one for the adult. It's an image. So click on it, click open, or you just double click on it. That's fine. So you have this huge thing here, right? High resolution photograph. We're going to use that. And we have here this one here. So let's do a view window arrange to up vertical. You have this on the left, you have this on the right. If the right and left are different, that's fine too. Okay, so you can switch between them. So this is the index, the layer. Make sure you are looking at the clipping mask layer. And this is the image. Okay, choose this image. Pick the move tool, drag it over. This is huge. Now you can close the image. Now this is your layer 1, right? Let's don't rename it first, just leave it as layer 1. That's fine. We need to resize this. Before you even resize, you have to just remember where your clipping mask is. Your clipping mask is so small here, so you have to resize this and move this. Okay, to resize, let's zoom down a little bit. To resize, let's do edit. You can do free transform, that's fine, but I like just do the scale, transform scale. And the image is just so huge here. Make sure the maintain aspect ratio is checked by default. Okay, don't ever change that. If you change that, things will turn really ugly. All right, move. Then select the move tool to move it to the location you want. Be careful not to change any of the guides. And then do an edit. Transform scale again. Move. Zoom in. So this is the one that you want, okay? And then again, move. Okay, I know what move is. All right, move. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So once you're okay with it, right click here, right click on the layer 1, and then say all right, right click on layer 1, right click, and then create clipping mask. So the layer with the bright green would clip it. So this one looks really good. So if you go down here, and you can see that the 2 pixels of the bevel will give you texture there. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to put some text here, call it adult. Okay. So let's bring out the characters window again. All right, we are going to do, you can use Arial, that's fine. Or you can use Muriel Pro, probably let's change to that. And then regular 16 points. Okay, and color, obviously we don't want this. Let's use the EC again. EC. Okay, regular 16 points. EC, no bow, of course. Pick your type 2. All right. Right aligned. And type adult. Okay. Hit enter. When you hit enter, you see this is changed to adult as well. All right. Just if you want to double check, you can also highlight it just to make sure that this is 16 points, regular, this font, EC. All right. Let's zoom in a little bit until you can actually see the pixels. I want this T to be 3 pixels to the right. And sort of like 3 pixels below here. Actually, it's like 2.5, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So 1, 2, 3. It's almost like 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and here is 1, 2, 3. So you put it at the exact location. 3 pixels here, 3 pixels here. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom out a little bit. All right. So now the adult does not really stand out. So we are going to use a little trick to make the adult stand out. We're going to put some kind of shadow effect at the back. Okay. So to do that, we are going to pick the foreground color to be black first. Black obviously is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we have a black foreground, and then we are going to draw a rectangle below the adult. Okay, so choose the rectangle tool. Black fill, no stroke, looks good. Draw from this point, 2 pixels from here. Try to cover 3 pixels from the top all the way to here. Okay, and then rename it to film, F-I-L-M, because we are going to use it to do the effect, and then move it below adult. Hit enter, get rid of that. So as you can see here, now adult is really, oh sorry, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't pick the, I changed the tool to eyedropper. I shouldn't do that, sorry. All right, move to, okay, that is funny. Zoom out, zoom to, and then alternate zoom out. All right, so this obviously make the adult really standing out, but that's not what we want. But before we even do anything, let's just double check here. We have 3 pixels below here. We have 3 pixels on the right here. We have 3 pixels on top. So that is pretty decent what we want. Okay. And then on the right side, you have 2 pixels here, 2 pixels here. So this the width of this rectangle, this film, is actually 156, which is exactly what we had just now for the clipping mask just now. Okay, the width is the same. All right, zoom out until I don't see the pixels. Okay, so that is very unprofessional to put a black thing just below there, or any color thing just below there. So in order to change this, we can actually look at the we can actually change the feel of it. Okay. So if you look at the field, obviously it's black. Let me close the character window and just. All right. So if you look at the field, obviously it's black. But if you click on it, they actually give you choices. So one of the choice is gradient. Okay. So there are different kind of gradient. So you can see here, if you click on a field, you can pick the gradient. All right, and there are different kind of gradients. So this one is actually a foreground to background gradient. Not what I want. Let's pick a black and white gradient. Okay, under basic, you can actually pick a black and white. So as you can immediately, they will give you a bar here. The top shows the opacity. The bottom shows the color. And then what is the direction of your what kind of gradient? So make sure it's linear. Linear is the easiest to do. And change the angle to 0. So it goes from this way to, no, let's try 180. Nope, 0 is correct. Okay, let's try 0. All right. So let's change the bottom color to be all black. All right, color stop is black. This is black. Okay, if you double click on it, you bring up black, and then you double click here. Obviously, this is white. You don't like that. Let's change it to black. Okay, and the top opacity on the left, change this to 0. You just type 0, that's fine. So this part becomes 0. And then on the right side, change this to say 70%. You just change to 70. So so it goes from 0 all the way to 70. So you can actually see the adult here, but if you zoom out, okay, this is 70. This is 0 opacity. This is 70 opacity. This is black and black. And 0 degrees linear. So you created this very nice linear gradient film. Okay, at the back, transparent, you can see through. So if you zoom out from far, you don't really see the film, but you see the text. Okay. All right, if you want to be super safe, right click on the film and say create clipping mask. So the film is also clipped on the clipping mask, so you will sit very nicely on top of the bevel effect, the texture effect. All right. Okay, so we finished the first button. We have a few more to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have the more difficult one here. Okay, a few more to do, and that will be that. Okay. So we learned a special effect to just make a text stand up. All right, but my video is getting super long, so I'm going to stop here, and then we are going to create the rest of the buttons in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.